Hey everybody, it's Mike again with my pick of the week. I have two this week, both from Marvel Comics. Number one, Avengers vs. the X-Men Round 12 by Jason Aaron and Andy Kubert. Since the series began, it had been decided that this book was going to be the culmination of the Quesada-Bendis era of Marvel Comics. And considering that era really began with Bendis' Avengers Disassembled and House of M, and considering the two characters who end up being the heroes of this story, even if one of them hasn't had much of a role in this particular miniseries and seems a bit out of left field, it still does feel like it's a at least reasonably satisfying conclusion to the last 10 years or so worth of Marvel events. Number two, Uncanny X-Men number 19 by Kieran Gillen and Dale Eaglesham. I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, an X-Men fan. I am a Marvel Comics fan, and I have been for most of my life. So I've spent a little bit of time with the X-Men. I've read the big Claremont Byrne stuff. I've read the book when it's tied into other events. But they've never really been my thing. Having said that, this issue is an essential part of the Avengers vs. X-Men story, so much so that it will be a crime if it isn't included in the eventual trade paperback collection. I've never cared much for Cyclops. He's always just been the serious, stoic guy who's kind of there for edgier characters like Wolverine and Iceman to play against. I enjoyed his role in Whedon and Cassidy's landmark Astonishing X-Men run, but sort of fell off with the character after that. Having said that, Cyclops is somebody's favorite character, and he's been treated pretty shabbily by this entire event. This issue rectifies that immensely. It's very light on dialogue, told mostly through Eaglesham's artwork, which is some of the best I have ever seen him do. And I will be pretentious and say that it is a poetic story, as both Scott Summers and the Dark Phoenix experience the events of Avengers vs. X-Men number 12 and try to come to grips with what's happening. I won't spoil the character's fate at the end of the series, but it's a nice coda to his role in this particular story. Thanks, folks. See you next week.